I also noticed this year, I've become quite fond myself of turkey hunting. And you're big into the birds, not just turkey, but you do a whole variety of birds. Could you tell us a little bit about your turkey hunting?
Yes, we have the Rio Grande subspecies here. Again, it's similar to the deer. When people get here and see these small wood lots and lots of open fields, lots of open country, they don't necessarily think of that as turkey country. I've had some people come in from Iowa and Minnesota and other areas and look around and think, where do these birds roost? They're used to large blocks of timber, which you are.
But on the flip side of that, like where we're hunting, having controlled and small lots of woods controls where the birds are going to roost, which really works to your advantage, and also controls necessarily, once the fields are off, where the deer are going to travel. It works as such a great tool for yourself to take a big chunk of acreage and really help you to funnel them down.
Yes, like I said, when the crops are off, that tends to funnel things, with the deer and the turkeys both. They like to stay in the areas that they feel secure. So it kind of limits, when you think of 6,000 acres to try to find a group of turkeys on, well, they're going to be in these, or near these smaller pockets of timber. So it really does work to your advantage. And when you know the areas that they tend to roost, it helps a lot. And we can do a lot of spotting birds from the road, which, in the country that you're from, right?
Yeah.
You don't have that opportunity to just, overlook this spot and this spot on a section and know these are the two areas where the birds are going to come back to the roost.
You watch the evening before, know where they're going to roost in the morning,
Absolutely.
Set up, and be ready for them.
Absolutely. It really opens up a lot of the midday hunting as well. When the calling maybe isn't quite as hot, you can locate the birds visually, and get close to them and then set up and call to them.
Now, this raises a question. In Kansas, can you only hunt till noon? In New York, we can only hunt till noon. Are you allowed to hunt turkey all day or only till noon?
Yes, we can hunt the birds all day long, sun up to sundown.
That's completely different. We're not used to that. That's a heck of an advantage, too, because I know in New York there's times, first thing in the morning, our big toms will come off the roost and they'll be henned up. And they'll start to really come on about 10:30, but we got to cut off at 11, where, like you're saying, midday, when they're done being henned up and bred that hen, they're out roaming. You can actually call them in at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. You can hunt them all day, and I've seen them respond well to calls an hour before they're going to go to the roost. A lot of people think, since they're accustomed to hunting in the morning, and some places you can only hunt in the morning, that's really the only time that they're, responding to calls. But they will come to a decoy and a hen call well into the evening.
I tell you, when you book a turkey hunt, that really adds a whole nother aspect to it that we're not used to. We're used to doing mornings. So if we book a hunt in a lot of our eastern states, by noon we're back and done, and the rest of the day, we're fishing. So that really adds a whole nother dynamic to hunting them in Kansas. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time with that, because I know your true passion is quail and pheasant, correct? Or
Yes.
Is yours. Tell us a little bit about that, because I'm not really very knowledgeable in that. Very excited to learn, but I'm not very knowledgeable in that. So why don't you tell us what it is and what one of those hunts would entail for a hunter that's coming out to hunt with you for quail and pheasant?
Right. Yes, we have really good upland bird populations here, specifically the bobwhite quail. In the last few seasons, they have just exploded in numbers, which you guys have seen.
Yes.
Driving around. We see them in the ditch, we hear them calling, we kick a bunch up walking to the stand. The numbers are really good right now, and it's a really popular thing. There aren't a lot of areas in the country anymore, unfortunately, where folks can find huntable numbers of wild quail. Preserves have kind of become the name of the game. And these are all wild birds, and they're really doing well. I've done a lot of habitat work. You've seen the CRP borders around the fields.
Which we have footage. We'd like to show you all the footage and the habitat that you've worked hard to create. The numbers in this particular area are a direct resemblance of the management and the stewardship you've actually shown over what you manage. And the herd show, or not the herd, I guess the flock shows it.
Hopefully they run in numbers that you'd call it a herd, but cubby is what you would
Covey, there you
what
go.
you typically call them. But yes, they've responded very well to the things that I've done. I wish I could claim all the credit, but Mother Nature has played a big role in it, which you guys have seen. We've had a lot of rain here the last couple of years, and the cover's really excellent for the birds. The quail are definitely our bread and butter. There are quail everywhere right now. The pheasants have bounced back nicely. And another thing that we have that you can't hunt in a lot of areas are the greater prairie chicken. We haven't seen any yet on this hunt. Hopefully we will, but we have really good numbers of greater prairie chicken, which is kind of a unique thing to this region. Really from Nebraska down into the panhandle of Texas.
Okay.
Is kind of their native range. There are lesser prairie chickens further west, but right in here is where we have the greater prairie chicken. Yes, and it's just kind of a difference in the size of the bird. They're basically the same critter, but we have the greater prairie chicken here, and it's kind of a unique opportunity. A lot of people that come and shoot them, want to put them on their wall.